Chelsea, whenever you're ready, go.
Okay. So Lena asked me to talk to you about kind of your mentality while you guys play. So I have a question for you guys. What do you say before you bat or before the next play?
Oh, pen for pen. Yes. Does anybody want to answer? What do you say before you bat or the next play?
I mean, whenever the other mentor said, like, I'm the best and nobody's better, that's what on the outside.
I like that. Does anybody else tell themselves, like, don't miss the ball? Does that ever cross somebody's mind?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so when we're playing sports, the story that we tell ourselves is super important. A lot of the times we can tell ourselves the story of I can't. I coach tumbling, power tumbling, competitively still quite a bit. I coach a couple nights a week, and a lot of things that I hear out of kids' mouths is I can't do it. I don't know how. And so that's the story that they're telling themselves in their mind, is that they can't do it and they don't know how to do it. So if we can change the story that we're telling everyone and tell the story of, hey, if I get the ball, or I want this next ball and I'm going to throw it to second. If we're telling ourselves those stories beforehand, then we're going to have a better outcome after. So I liked what you said when you go to bat. Does anybody have a mantra that they say to themselves, or kind of just something consistent that you say to yourself while you're competing in any sport or doing anything?
Go, Lily, go.
I say the word flip because I did tumbling and cheer, and I really like to do tumbling and cheer, and I also like when my team, we get like a big comeback and we just flip the game around.
Yeah,
That's good.
I love that. Does anybody else have one?
Hit it.
Hit it?
Yeah.
That's a great one. So mine growing up was I am strong and I can do anything. Like I was like, I am strong. Remember, like, you guys your coach make you run like around the whole field?
Yeah.
Does that ever happen? And you're like so exhausted and you just want to throw up and you're like, I'm so done with this. I always, when I got to that point, I would always say, I am strong. So I want you guys throughout, like when I'm talking, to come up, if you don't have one, sounds like a couple of you guys do have one. I want you to come up with something that you can say to yourself that is nice and short, that reminds you that you can keep pushing and that you can keep going. And it's the story that you're telling yourself in your head. Has anybody ever had any mental blocks where they maybe got in a rut and couldn't hit the ball, or like anything else in their life where they struggled? I've got one hand. Yeah, quite a few, right? So how do we overcome those mental blocks? Do you guys know?
A good mindset.
A good mindset. Yep. That's like one of the biggest things that will help, is if you can keep practicing and keep consistently doing the thing that you're struggling with. Sometimes if we give up and we stop and we're like, okay, just pull me out of the lineup, we got to just keep consistently trying and keep telling ourselves that our mantra and just saying, I am strong, or flip, like I'm just going to flip it. I just got this. So those are kind of the things that will help us overcome those mental blocks. A lot of the times those really get worse when we just give up. So I want you to kind of think about that. My next big question for you is, what do you do after a mistake? Yes, you. Sorry, I can't see you guys super great.
I have like this little shake routine that I do, that I do it before like I bat, or after, or before a play that I do, and it like kind of gives me a chance to like shake all like the bad feelings out and just like focus on how I'm feeling and stuff.
Yeah, I love that. Have you guys ever seen, when you like watch professional sports or anything when somebody throws a bat or throws like a golf club? Have you seen that? Right?
Yes.
So when we make a mistake and we react with our body and do something that's like super aggressive, yes, it can help, but a lot of the times it's worse than it is. So I love the kind of story where you just kind of shake it out. But we want to make sure that we focus on our body language when we make a mistake, because if we get super upset at ourselves, and that will actually tear down the rest of your team as well, because they see that you're upset and you just threw your bat against the fence. I've seen it a lot, especially in men's. Us girls handle it a little bit better, but men's softball, they like to throw things. And I'm like, please stop. You're just tearing your whole team down. So make sure that you're one, listening to your body language. So we're making sure that if we do, one thing that I was taught when I was growing up and doing sports is if I made a mistake, I did a little clap in my hands to kind of get those jitters out and kind of be like, dang it, I made a mistake. And it was super small that not everyone would catch it. And I was able to reset my body and then tell myself, I'm ready for the next play. Because the more we dwell on our mistakes and wallow in it and say, I struck out, and I go back to the dugout and I sit there and I sit down on the bench and I pout about it, everyone on your team is seeing that. And then you're seeing that. And so the next time you go up to bat, it's going to be even harder. So making sure that we have something that's really small that we can do and something we can say in our head. That can even be that same mantra that you're doing, but you can help overcome those. So my friend I was just talking to, and does anybody know who Serena Williams is?
Yes.
Yes. So she's a really professional tennis player. And my friend, she loves watching tennis. That's like her favorite thing. And she was telling me a story about Serena Williams that one time this is like kind of the height of her career. She was winning all the time. And she had come out and she was just losing this, kept like losing to this girl. And her coach, they went into the locker room and all of a sudden the coach talked to her. They came out and she just won the match. She came out, won it, and like was a completely different person. And they interviewed him after and they were like, what did you tell her in the locker room? Like she was just a completely different player. And he said, I just reminded her that she was Serena Williams and that she knew how to play. And sometimes that's all it takes, is that we just need to be reminded that we are who we are and that we've had the practice, we've put in the work, and we just need to go out and play our best. So I really love that. All right, my next big question for you guys. Actually, I'm going to jump back. I'm going to tell you a funny story really quick. So one time I was out playing softball, slow pitch softball, and it was fall and I was out in the outfield. And when you're playing late in the season and the grass gets super hard because the water's not on anymore. So I was out in the outfield and a ball came at me and it was over my head. I was running for it and the ball hit the ground and bounced up, and it just bounced like sideways instead of continuing to the fence and drilled me in the eyeball. I'll send Melina this picture once I get done telling this story. But it hit me in the eyeball and I was like bugged because I felt like an idiot because I just got hit in the face with a softball that bounced off the ground. It wasn't even out of the air. Anywho, so that happened one night. That was Tuesday night. And then the next night, I was like, my husband told me not to play softball because it was kind of swollen. But I was like, I got this. I'll play. So I went the next day and there was the championship game. So I was like, I'm tough. I can do this. I'll go play. So I went and played second base. And I'm like, could barely see out of that eyeball because it was still kind of swollen. And a guy hit the ball right at me, one-hopped me and just took a bigger hop than I thought and hit me in the other eyeball. And I ended up started bleeding everywhere. I ended up having to go to the ER and getting stitches all the way across my eye. And I'm pretty sure I was like, thought that the ER was going to think my husband was abusive because I showed up with 2 black eyes. And luckily I had my softball cleats on, so they didn't really think anything of it. But I really struggled playing in the infield after that, of like, I was just worried, like anytime the ball would get hit to me, I was just worried it was going to take a bad hop. And I'm like a little bit of a rebel, and I don't want to wear a face mask. I know you guys should. And if you do, that's great. I just am a little rebel, and I don't want to wear one because I think it hinders like my view. But it took me a while to get back in the rhythm where I wasn't shying away from the ball every time the ball was hit at me. And so I had to keep practicing and keep stepping into those shoes until I felt comfortable again, and telling myself, I can do it. I can field the ball until you get comfortable. So sometimes it just takes telling us that we've got this, we've done the practice, and we can accomplish it. All right, my last kind of topic and then you guys can ask any questions you guys have is, has anyone had a coach maybe you didn't love? And like, what did you do about it? Yeah. So what did you not like about him, or like, what did you do in that situation where you didn't really love your coach? One of the girls in the back, maybe one of the girls in the back that raised their hands.
Kate, did you raise your hand? Go for it.
I had a coach, and she would get mad at everyone for absolutely nothing, and she would yell at us all the time. And I know it's bad, but I kind of stopped listening to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she would yell at us, so I would, when we had our huddles, I would just like black out. But most of the girls who did listen to her got progressively worse at their softball,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of got better because I didn't listen to her at all. And I would just like ignore her when she would like yell at us.
So what did you learn from that coach?
I learned more about constructive criticism.
Yeah. So that's like something really good, because I'm right there with you. I should raise my hand. I've had coaches that I didn't love and I didn't really get along with either. And sometimes we're in that situation, and that's okay. I think a lot of the times we're like, oh, I hate my coach. I don't want to be on this team anymore. But we need to like kind of turn that the other way and say, what can I learn from this coach that I don't necessarily really love or connect with on a different level, right? We all have very different personalities, right? You're probably not best friends with every person on your team because you have slightly different personalities, and that's completely okay. And it's the same way with coaches. We all have different personalities and we coach very differently. So I have coached, I coach power tumbling, like I said, and we have like 3 main coaches on team. And right now I have stepped back a little bit from team. I don't teach as much competitively, only like occasionally for them. And it's kind of funny sometimes when I step over and I coach team, I will have athletes do bigger skills for me that they haven't done for their regular coach in 6 months. But it's just because I coach a little bit differently than their regular coach. And so it's important as us as athletes to learn how to learn from coaches that we may not always love or understand or connect with. So taking those and trying to get something out of it. Like, I loved your story where you said, I learned how to see that sometimes the constructive criticism wasn't constructive, and to take just the pieces that were constructive that would help me grow and become a better player. And that's great. And sometimes that's all we got to do. Does anybody else have any situations with coaches that they've struggled with that you want to share? Yeah.
You can share it, Dave. Go for it.
Like I was playing in a league where our coach, he would like be like, "Oh, this team's easy. Just go easy on them until the end, and then crush them." And it was just like, we can't just switch back and forth.
Yeah. It's really hard to do that. And so what did you learn from that? Did you kind of take a different approach?
Yeah, I just like listen and try to like do better. So then like when we were towards the end, then he would be happier about it, and then we can actually do our best.
Yeah. And so we don't like coaches really, they still do make the decisions for the team. And sometimes like we can suggest things, but they are the coach and we have to respect that. But I love that you said that you just came out strong and you came out and did your best the whole time. And I love that it really does take that. And sometimes you have to listen to your coaches and understand what's going to be best for you and to really kind of succeed. I love that. All right. So does everyone come up with their mantra or what they're going to tell themselves? Do I have a couple more that maybe you guys wrote down?
Do you want to share them?
If anybody wants to share theirs, yeah.
So during batting, I'd say mushroom because my batting coach said, like, he asked me what I don't like, and I don't like mushrooms. And so he's like, just pretend a big mushroom's coming flying at you, and if you miss it, you have to eat it. So, my
I
friend
love
just,
that.
my dad says from the sidelines, mushroom, and I'll just smash the ball.
Now all the girls are going to scream that at you from the
Yeah.
dugout.
Yeah, I love it.
Mushroom.
Okay, down in the bottom right.
I always say my brothers because they're annoying and I hate them really much.
Sometimes it works. But sometimes I would tell kids, I'd be like, hey, you are like, imagine that ball is your little sibling that's just annoyed you all day and you're going to hit it as hard as you can. Takes out some of the aggression. All right. Do you guys
hang
have
on,
any?
Chelsea. I think Sammy wanted to share.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, I can't see very good.
I like to tell myself remember, because like for like in pitching lessons, I always like say that to like remember all the things I have to do. And so I just started doing it for like fielding and batting and stuff.
That's awesome.
So I can just like remember what to do. I don't know, it just helps.
I love that. Yeah, to remember like the practice that you've put in. You've put in all this hard work outside of the game and to remember that. I love that one. That one's great. Is there any others?
Anybody else?
I guess mine isn't like all the time, but me and like so it's like top of the lineup, and then the next person, me and her will always do a little high five, and we'll be like, start it off, we got this, get on base, just like start it off, I guess.
That's good.
Yeah, I love that. Having a like pep talk with one of like your teammates, that also helps a ton. I love that. So I wanted to say with all of these mantras like that you're saying in your sports, this isn't just going to help you as an athlete. This is going to help you the rest of your life. And I honestly say my mantra all the time. I've said it during tests. I've said it in college. I've said it playing slow pitch softball. I've said it as a coach. I've said it as a mother. Being able to, have my child, and I was kind of put in a scary situation when I had him. And I was able to keep saying that mantra that I am strong. And it really helped me. It helped me and it helped like the situation I was in. So you'll be able to use these not just in sports. You can use it for a test or kind of any situation that you're in. So I want you to just kind of remember that. And if you didn't come up with one tonight, that's like totally fine. Just kind of find what works best for you and how you can use it best in your life. So, all right, what questions do you have? I left some time for questions. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes. You guys should all think of one and ask her.
Oh, I'm too bad at them.
You want to reuse the question?
Do you have them written down, Holly?
No, where did
They're all
You have them on your phone?
No, I don't.
Liz had a fat list, but she's not here.
I
I have one. What does mental toughness mean to you?
What? Mental toughness?
What
Is that
does
what you said?
mentalness mean to you?
Mental toughness to me. I think that means that no matter what I go through or like any situation that I have, especially like playing sports, that I can turn around and the next play can be the best play that I've ever made. I feel like sometimes that's like that mental resilience. It's the ability to back, like as soon as the mistake is made or something goes wrong, it's the ability to still have a good attitude and to make sure that I'm in it for the next play. Because I feel like sometimes when we have that mentality and that toughness, we are able to just bounce back and take on what comes at us next. Because I promise you, when you think you've had all of the things thrown at you, something else is going to be thrown at you, and you need to be able to mentally just turn around and take it on. So that's kind of what it means to me.
When we're like maybe not doing our best and our teammates are doing really good, how can we help cheer them on when we're and still stay in a good mindset?
So honestly, I feel like that is my favorite thing. I love when I'm the worst batter and the rest of my team, if I get all 3 outs, I am so proud of my team. If I've got to be the person that is getting all 3 outs and everyone else is succeeding, I am like, I'm so proud of everyone. I'm like, I want to be that person sometimes because I know what it takes for the rest of my team to do good and get on base every time. And so it's okay that sometimes maybe it's not your game. And that's perfectly okay. There's got to be somebody that is going to be the one that gets the out. And that's where that mental toughness comes into play, that you've got to be able to recognize that everyone else is doing great and maybe it's not my game, but I'm going to still do my best every time I get up so that I'm not all 3 outs. But I'm so proud of my team if I am all 3 outs. Does that make sense? Maybe that's a weird way to look at it, but I am proud of my team as soon as if we're playing league night and I'm all 3 outs, I'm like, team, you guys are killing it. Like, just keep going. So I just keep your head up, and the more you can cheer on your team, I promise you, you will start doing just as good as the rest of the team because it's going to rub off on you. So. Any other
Anybody else?
questions?
Really?
You can.
Well,
Yeah, of course. Did you say you have one?
I just made a list that I'm like reusing.
That's good. Ask it, Claire.
What do you value in a teammate?
I value in a teammate that somebody that can be struggling and still have a good attitude towards those people around you and like that mental toughness. And I value somebody that is going to pick me up and kind of look out for me. Maybe if I made a bad hit, they're going to come up to me and be like, hey, you got the next one. I also love loyalty in a friend or in a teammate. Like they're genuinely caring for me to succeed in what I'm doing. The worst thing you can do as a teammate is stand there and talk about so and so can't hit. That's like the worst thing you can do. So even if they're struggling that day, like recognizing that and looking out for them and saying, maybe going up to them and being like, hey, I noticed this, or just, hey, you got the next one. Really looking out for those teammates. Granger, do you want to come here? You guys want to say hi to Granger? He just
Yes.
come here. She's still asleep. Did you fall asleep? Can you say hi?
Hello.
You say hi to all these girls.
Oh, maybe if you show your face, he'll know.
I don't know if he'll notice me. It's too dark and I've got a hat on. Granger.
He's really good at throwing a baseball, so he's gonna be the next your team. He's gonna be The next baseball player. Can you say hi?
What do you have? What's the toy?
It goes to a little porcupine. We're oh, it's odd. Anyhow, can you say hi? All right. Did you guys have any other questions?
I thought Lily and Avery did.
Do you guys have questions?
Oh, no.
Lily does. Go for it.
Did the skills that you learned from your sports help you in softball?
What'd you say? Sorry,
Did
I
the
didn't hear
skills from your other sports help you in softball?
Yes. I will say that is like one of the most important things is to be able to accomplish, like to play other sports. I feel like power tumbling really helped me be aware of my body for every other sport. I feel like basketball translated into like conditioning. I was faster. So I feel like every sport had kind of their different play to help me with other sports. I will say I actually was cut from the high school softball team my junior year in high school, and it was the only team that I ever had been cut from. And I was so upset. And I remember being like, I never want to play softball again because I was so embarrassed that I got cut from the team. And it really was just a coach's decision that she wanted me to focus on a different sport. And after that, I have been playing slow pitch softball for 12 years now. And I probably get asked every tournament where I played college ball softball at. And that's because I just never gave up, even though I was like, for that year after I got cut from the team, I was like, I don't ever want to play softball again. This isn't fun. And now every time I play, I seriously get asked all the time, where'd you play college softball at? I'm like, I didn't, I got cut from the high school team. So being resilient and really just working on, you know, working hard and being able to kind of be well-rounded in all your different sports. Sorry, we got a hedgehog shaping in the background.
Anybody else?
Kate had a comment.
Oh, what did Kate say?
Oh, can we see what you look like after you got hit with the ball?
Oh yeah. Will
Yes.
you text me that when we're done?
Yeah, I'll send it to her as soon as I get done. There's like progressive photos of like I had a black eye and then it like got worse and worse. And then on this eye, and I had to go to work and at Hughes. And they asked me, they were like, what happened to you? It was very embarrassing. It was like grown adult and I have 2 black eyes. So I will send that picture.
Anybody else before we let her go? Oh, go for it.
Do you know Preston Slaughter?
Yes, I do.
Yay!
His desk is not far from mine. Melena's is in the middle. We're on both ends.
Anybody else? Nope. That's a fast no.
I'm so sorry I couldn't be there in person. I'm in Arizona, so I couldn't fly back in time.
It's all good. Okay, anybody else?
Thank you.
Okay, tell it, Chelsea, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Thanks, friend. When are you back
Hey.
at work? Tuesday?
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, sounds
Okay.
good. See you then.
Bye.
Whoa!
Oh.
No, look at.
It doesn't get much.
Oh,
That's what we have today.
Oh, pink.
Melina wants you guys to do